Hi guys, my name is Rowan and today I'm doing my first must-read book. This is basically just a recommendation series. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch because there's a lot of books that I love. So my book series I'm recommending today is the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. The series starts with a girl, Celaena, and she is working in salt mines, like awful salt mines, and she gets recruited by actually the prince who wants her to compete in a tournament with 26, I think it is, other competitors that people have put in, like assassins, thieves, murderers, things like that. And whoever wins gets to become the king's personal assassin, basically. Celaena, as the heroine of this series, is amazing. I adore her. I have the biggest lady crush on her ever. She is so badass, but so, like, fun. I really love seeing a female assassin that is still really fun and girly. I know a lot of people complain about that, but I love it. Because why does the fact that you are good at killing people and being a sneak mean that you are not allowed to wear pretty dresses or flirt with boys or do your hair? There's no unspoken rule about that. I also love that Celaena has so many layers. Between the 3 books that have come out, she really goes through a whole lot of character development and she grows so much and changes, and you get to watch that transformation as she turns into kind of what I consider a better version of herself. Also, Celaena just so happens to be one of the most sassy and snarky ladies ever, and I love it. So in the first book, we get introduced to Chaol, who is the captain of the guard. He's young, he's inexperienced, he's never killed anybody, and he's there kind of as the tough love protector, as in he's protecting other people from Celaena, and he tries to keep her safe. After a little while, he starts to, of course, love her, and he's really just an interesting character because he is so, like, strong and a rock for Celaena and supportive, and he changes a lot throughout the books, bringing up questions with where his loyalties lie and how he can love her and all these things, and he's one of my favorites. I love him. The other guy we get introduced to in the first book is Dorian, who is the prince, and Dorian is kind of like the funny best friend. And he's kind of like fun and brings her presents, and he really gets to know her in a way that nobody else really did at that time because she was the assassin. But you like him because his father, the king, is evil, but he really has like a heart of gold, and he has to struggle with bearing the weight of everything his father does and knowing it and being his son, and it's really interesting and it's really kind of sad at the same time. Now with the 2 guys, it sounds like the perfect setup for a love triangle, right? But not really. That's one of the things I love about these books is in the first book, she kind of leans towards one guy, but with the second one, she basically picks the guy she likes and she's done with it. She doesn't lead the other one on, and she is so in love with him, and they are just the best couple. I'm not going to tell you who, but it works really well, and she doesn't have any of that weird like flitting back and forth from guy to guy. She is steady and loyal, and it's great. And then the relationship, the friendship she develops with the other one is better than the romance she could have had with him, in my opinion. And it's so much more successful as love and friendship. So the great thing about the first book is it's my least favorite out of the 3, but it's really good foundation. Like, it lays down a lot of world building, introduction to characters, getting to know everybody, kind of introduces the political intrigue that's with this, and kind of hints at the mystery. It's a really, really good first book. Then we get into the second book, Crown of Midnight, and it's just so much better. I mean, that's hard because the first one's great, but this one just adds so many layers up onto the world building we've already had. So the mystery comes full force in this. We start to kind of figure out what's going on. We find out that the evil king is doing some really nasty extra evil things, and that Celaena maybe has a destiny to do with this. We see her relationships with her friends and with other people become even more developed, and see how it starts to change her as a person, and it's really great. And then we have the third book, Heir of Fire, which just came out in September. It is mind-blowing. This book has so much world building. It's got different points of views of characters we haven't met that just adds so much to everything, to the evil plot, to the world, to the mythology. There's so much going on in this book that it's just insane. And Celaena, we start to learn about her past, and she just changes, but I can't say. She goes through a transformation and a lot of struggle to get there, and it is horrifying and sad, but just amazing to watch. And we get introduced to Rowan. My name's Rowan, but he's kind of a douche in the beginning. But such a great character. And Manon, who is a witch, is also a fantastic character. And this whole book is so amazing. And she just gets better with every book. Basically, this series has like everything you could ever want. It's got fantasy, it's got a kick-ass heroine, it's got amazing love stuff, romance, smoochiness, it's got magic, it's got mystery, it's got an evil, awful bad guy you hate, it's got amazing characters. It is so good. And if you like any of those things, read these books. And if you don't read these books, then that's like saying you don't like any of these things. Therefore, you are an awful person, and you should just never read a book again. Alright, that is my must-read #1 Throne of Glass series. You guys should check it out. I'm hoping, since it's not like the newest series in the world, it's been out for a few years because 3 books are out already. I'm hoping a lot of you guys have read them, but I do personally know some people that haven't, and it's really sad. You guys should get on that. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.